What's going on YouTube? This is Nick Bled. I got that Unigen Valley benchmark for you. I'm gonna get right into it. So this is what it's all about. Having an FPS, average frames per second, at 77.4. Score, as you can see, is 3240. Minimum frames per second, it dropped all the way to 24 frames. Max frames 130, as you can see. It was done in Extreme HD, which is the ultra setting. So basically like having this looking as good as it can. And yeah, as you can see, some of my rig, my CPU, you know, I have Windows 10, I don't have Windows 8. So this is Windows 10, 64-bit. Don't pay attention to that. They need to update this free version. Anyway, I'm getting a core clock. Try to get as close as I can get it. Whoa, why is it not? Okay, should be able to see it. I'm getting a graphic core clock of 2062, and we'll just zoom in. It's because it's changing in the background. Sorry about that. I'll bring it once it starts focusing again. And I'm getting a memory clock of 4174, and my temperature has been in between 70 and 74 degrees Celsius, so that's good for me. I want to point out that while Valley Benchmark is saying that I have a graphics core clock of 2062 megahertz, which now I'm going to shut this down. You're going to see my screen actually blink off and on real quick, as I'm going to shut this down now that you guys seen this. Oops, let's close that out first, because I have dual monitor, so when I click on the other monitor, when I have the stuff over there, it actually screws up my screen for a second. So let me just shut this down. See, just blinked out, right? Okay, so let's take that off. I wanted to say that when Valley Benchmark had said I have a 24 what the hell am I talking about? 2062 megahertz core clock. GPU-Z is telling me that I have, this is now because I turned off the benchmark, but it was at 1962 before as a core clock. So if anybody knows why it was doing that or what that is, please let me know. I'm trying to figure that out. But just gonna show you guys how to benchmark using MSI Afterburner version 4.2. okay, first thing you want to do, well, it's the first time I'm overclocking Nvidia graphics cards, so it was a little new for me, and I think that GPU Boost 3.0 is it's messing with the actual numbers that you put in here. It's not really adding up on the actual total core clock. And I think that's the discrepancy that you see on GPU-Z versus the Valley Benchmark. So that was weird, but basically, first thing you want to do when you're overclocking, I don't touch this because the core voltage, because I don't want to put that much juice into my card. It's already a monstrous card. It's powerful. It runs all my games the way I like it. Way better than my R9 390 did that I sold on eBay. So in my opinion, Nvidia got I got AMD beat, or Radeon beat, whatever, when it comes to graphics cards still. Maybe when AMD Radeon comes out with their EVGA architecture, maybe that'll be something different. I think that's supposed to come out later this year or early next year, but we'll see what they do. And I'll definitely probably check out one of those cards after the reviews. I'm not going to spend probably $500 on another card. but we'll see what happens. But anyway, if you're starting to overclock and you're just new into it and you want to try to get more, performance out of your card, and you're a beginner, don't touch this yet, okay? Don't. I've been overclocking for probably since November of last year, so I've got a little overclocking experience. Maybe not a whole bunch like some other people, but I'm getting there. So the first thing you do, turn up the power limit, okay? All the way up. What this is going to do is going to allow your graphics card to exceed the power limit, the TDP, if it needs to. If it needs to draw more power, that's what this is going to do. It's going to allow your card, if it needs to draw more power. It's not going to do it all the time unless you have your card doing something that it needs to draw extra power. But that's why you want to turn that all the way up. This is not going to affect your card in a negative way by turning that up. Now this is your core clock, and what you're going to want to do is do incremental, whatever, adding that up incrementally. That's a terrible word. I'm fucking bugging over here. And just want to do that in increments and add it up. And do it by like 30. Me, when I did it last night, I put it straight to 100, plus 100, and my shit crashed on Valley. So I put it to 90, and it crashed like halfway through. And then I put it to 80, and then it crashed at the end of the video. So I put it to 70, and then it crashed at the end of the video. So I put it to 65, and for some reason it liked 65. It didn't crash. So that's my stable core clock. Right there is plus 65. Next thing you're going to want to do is, hit apply, of course, after every change. Right? Hit apply after every change. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start messing with your memory clock. So you can do this one 20 to 30 increments too. And yeah, sorry about that if the video's in and out. I'm taking this with my cell phone. But that's what you're going to want to do. Do about 20 to 30 increments, and then see if on your screen while you're running Valley or Fire Strike, if you see any artifacts like different colored square pixels popping up, or things that look abnormal that wouldn't normally be there on the screen. That happens more when you're doing a memory clock than not seen on a core clock. Core clock will normally just crash your system or crash the display driver. This one will start adding artifacts to your benchmarks, okay? To like a Valley or a Fire Strike or Heaven, whichever ones you use. So you want to do increments of like 20 to 30 on this one. And if you crash, I haven't crashed it. I actually did one on 200 right before the video, and I thought I saw an artifact, so I just put it back down to 170, and I'm okay with that because my score was pretty good. I was getting some good speeds, and it was stable at this, so I just left it at this. I don't need to squeeze any more power out of it. All right, so that's how you do it. Sorry about the raw video, but sometimes you got to take a raw video. Everybody always want to put all these synthetic benchmarks and make it look all cool and nice, but really, it's all about gameplay. So the next video I'm going to make is going to be actual recorded gameplay, and I'm going to show you a lot of games, okay? That'll be out probably tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, whatever the fuck. Please, somebody tell me about that GPU-Z reading the core clock at 1962 versus Valley benchmark telling me I was getting a graphic core clock of 2062. It's a difference of 1,000 megahertz. So I want to know what that's about. I think it has something to do with that GPU Boost 3.0. But seriously, if you watch this, please comment and tell me what's going on with that. I also searched online. I didn't get much information about that either, so that's why I'm asking. Alright guys, so I hope that helps you if you're just starting to overclock. And GTX 1070 is a fucking monster, man. if you want to get a card that's going to work for the next 2-3 years, that's the one. Nikk bled out. Peace.